Hello, welcome back. After last turn, I went back in and sent a message to everyone in the game saying I might want to buy some nature gems. I thought, well, we've got the N2 guy now who can make maces and the fort that lets us recruit N1s. Would be nice if we could actually do something with that. So I also put a message in the Discord too. So maybe some people will take us up on the offer. Marignon has already reached out and said they'd like to buy an elemental armor. So I might send that to them. I can't remember if it was this turn or next turn because I've got both turns to record now back to back. But at some point we're going to send an elemental armor to Marignon in exchange for some fire and nature gems, which we kind of need. Don't have a lot of either of those, so yeah. Anyway, empowered in Astral, so we have a little mage who can do some golem stuff. He's going to forge a coin this month. We evacuated from our fortress in Kratos. We also did Dark Knowledge and found nothing. And nothing. And nothing with Gnome Lore. And yeah, no sights this month, unfortunately. Saw a little Marignon army walking towards Nida again. And 3 battles. Machaka moved his consolidated raiders onto our weakest fortress, which we suspected he might. So that's there now. Godwoods we moved into. And Machaka did defend it. So we got some clockwork horrors and some infantry. Few buffs. But far too many spiders here for us, unfortunately. This is the 4 Dominion province though, so the good news is we can quadrupede onto this, hopefully. I was checking the commanders here. I don't think any of them have anything too threatening. There's no armor-piercing weapons or anything. Yeah, there's just one guy with a fire sword, but that's kind of irrelevant. Oh, and some golden sandals. Didn't even realize that. He's mounted though, so they do nothing, I guess. Which is pretty funny. I guess this guy won the Hall of Fame. Okay. Well, they're there anyway with some spiders. So, not a great result for us. Lost all those horrors and some infantry. Even lost a Mastersmith somehow. But the other mages got out okay, so it's not a big deal really. And we'll try quadrupeding on that this turn. And yeah, Machaka did just storm Kratos after we escaped from it, so he does some corpse candles and howl. Otherwise there's not a lot to see. There are a lot of mages here though, surprisingly. A lot of witch doctors. Did you guys all just... Some of them did corpse candle. Not much else to see really. Yeah, pretty inconsequential magic. But he does have the, these guys all have armor-piercing weapons. So 3 guys with a Serpent Chris and 1 guy with the Great Sword of Sharpness. So they would have killed my god, I think, quite easily. So, farewell to Kratos. Great province. Hopefully we can get it back. Event in Tenchi, we got attacked by Sea Dogs. 1200 gold in Moravia, which is pretty impressive. And we lost some income in Druidland. Yep, Sea Dogs bouncing off 79 points of PD. New Spring is still not open. 155 siege strength now. A bit disturbing. I'll try and keep moving whatever I can over there and bulk up the numbers a bit. We also have, there are some architect guys, Master Masons. So these 3 guys are 90 siege strength. I'm going to move those guys over to this part of the world to help out with sieging. And Ammon Forest has been breached. Yeah, this is where Machaka's raiders landed. And that's it for messages. And pretty simple turn this one. There's not a lot to look at. But I am still recruiting in Tenchi, so I'll keep moving out infantry when I can. Try and help take these forts. Although, not sure how much use infantry are going to be. But Yeah, I mean, maybe they can tank meteors while archers try to kill things. I don't know, it's going to be a bit of a struggle taking these forts, even though there's not much left in them. Just a handful of mages that can do gifts from heaven will be pretty difficult to deal with. But I'll try to take these forts with minimum investment when I can. And everything else here is going to just break siege into Ammon, so we've got quite a lot of stuff. Got some black plate in the front, some black plate and a few guardians in the back. Knights at the side on hold and attack rear. Horse tribe just doing what they want to do. Archers in the middle getting some flaming arrows. Other than that, it's the usual earth buffs. We got giant strength warriors, soldiers of steel, weapons of sharpness. Ignore that guy, he's researching. Some guys doing body ethereal. Some guys doing flaming arrows. Not much else to say otherwise. I don't suspect he'll stay here though. We'll just break siege and then that can start moving up. And the stuff building up in trackless is, you know, it's going to be pretty substantial. We've got, let's see. There's these guys in trackless currently. And then we've got these guys moving over, so it's starting to look pretty impressive. That's a lot of guardians in the front. And about 60 longbows backing them up. Plus whatever we put together here. We can probably start marching towards this throne again and try and do something to it. Meanwhile, our god, current script is Body Ethereal, Strength of Gaia, Soldiers of Steel, Summon Earth Power, Personal Mist Form. Down here in the bottom corner is going to drop onto these guys. So we shouldn't have too much trouble taking out 40 Black Hunters. We'll see how it goes. But that would be a nice win. These are very expensive, so killing a few of them would be pretty good. Would be cool to kill some commanders too, including the Hall of Fame dude. I was wondering if I should take off my shoes just in case we can pick up those shoes, but I imagine they're no drop, right? It would be kind of cool to steal them. But, they're probably tagged as you can't pick them up, right? I think I want my pretend to be cursed anyway. Makes you more likely to get afflictions. Now whatever, we'll Cloud Trapeze onto that. Hopefully take it out. And then I just hope that he can't, like, ritual me in retaliation somehow. But, well, at least we'll learn something if he does. And besides that, there's not much to say. There's a few little bits happening. We are still site searching. We've almost searched all of this area for death, so that's, you know... We're up to 4 death gems per turn. Could forge a staff with my god, and then we'd have a D2 mage that can do some stuff, I suppose. We're moving these guys over to Ulm. We're doing lots of recruitment in Ulm. And the other miscellaneous stuff, let's take a look. So I'm making a charcoal shield. Making... Ooh, that's a castle in 1 month. That's pretty good too. Casting Gnome Law. Casting Cloud Trapeze, that's my god. Forging a coin of Meteoric Iron, that's to do the golem stuff. Forging an armor of Meteoric Iron. A nice armor for us to make, since our income is basically just Earth and Astral at this point. And I think that's it currently. Yeah, 12 Earth and 7 Astral per turn. Our next best is then Death at 4. So it would be nice if we could find something to do with Death. We do a Death Earth guy. Is that enough for Shadowbrands? I can't remember. It might be. Do we have a Death Fire guy? No, not yet. I think I said I'm going to switch this Citadel over to Scouts next month, though, once these guys have been recruited. So we'll see what this next Lawmaster is. Maybe we can do something with him. These guys are a bit disappointing so far. Very, haven't doubled up on anything that we don't have. I think G2 is pretty good, right? D2 would be nice. But they can get any path, and so far we haven't seen nature or fire or water or anything. Yeah. That's the position anyway. We can summon a golem next month. Research looks like this. So yeah, we'll get golems. We'll also get Legions of Steel as well, which will simplify some scripts, because only one guy needs to do the armor thing then. We can try getting all the way to 7. I think that's it for now though. Did I send the armor this month? I think it's next month I'm sending the elemental armor. Fair enough. My god, by the way, I'm leaving him with the black steel at the moment, because I don't think he needs to resist. And this is more armor, so... yeah. Alright, that's turn 38. Trying to keep that a bit brief, because it's not much happening at the moment, but maybe next turn. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in a sec. Hello, welcome back. Research in construction has been completed. So yeah, we can do golems, we can do the big Legions of Steel. And we're not making, you know, too little research. We might be able to get construction 7 pretty quickly. It's, you know, it's increasing. Machaka claimed the Golden Throne. We did some Dark Knowledge and found nothing. Cloud trapezed into Machaka. Let's check that out. So, we land in Godwoods. Spiders are still here. It's the same army we saw. Body Ethereal first. Spiders are still on hold and attacks, that's fine. Strength of Gaia puts us on 35 poison resistance and 20% regen. Also some bark skin, I guess, but not super important here. Soldiers of Steel next gets us to 33 protection. Earth Power for some more reinvigoration gets us to 9. Not too bad. And then Mistform is last. So all of these lance charges will just be 1 damage if they do hit us. Now, I want to point something out here about how unlucky I am, okay? Because this is very unlucky. Alright. We've been hit twice now. Mistform reduces damage to 1, okay? So far so good. And then we get hit one more time, Mistform reduces the damage to 1. And we get an Affliction. Now, in all the times... I'm just a little bit salty. In all the times I have tested my god against large forces, I have never gotten an Affliction. Never. Affliction resistance is pretty strong, especially when you're not taking very much damage anyway. And then immediately in the real game, after taking 3 points of damage, we get an Affliction. Now, admittedly, it's only never healing wounds, so it could be a lot worse. That's not that bad as far as things go. Reduces our maximum hit points to 38, it looks like. So, yeah, it could be worse. But that's so annoying. Like, how am I... how? Just instantly get an Affliction? Anyway, besides that, as you can see, it's pretty hard for these guys to hit us. And if they do hit us, it's pretty hard for them to damage us. And if they do damage us, well, it gets reduced to 1 by Mistform anyway, so... We've got, what, 30 strength currently? That helps with breaking out of webs, I think. Can't remember, is that a strength thing or a size thing, or... Negated by large or strong beings, okay. Should help us get out of webs anyway. I'll stick this on turbo. Not going too bad though. Where's the commanders? Okay, so these guys lining up in the front with the gold hats, they're the commanders. Just saw one go down. Okay, that commander had his mount killed and then backed out, or got displaced. So far so good. The mages have come up to cast Soldiers of Steel on their dudes, but it won't matter. Some random mountless commanders around here now. So far so good. We should be down to, yeah, basically no fatigue. still on full hit points. Not really any danger here. Very nice. This moment here is why I wish I could put quickness in the script, because I would love to just zip right up to these guys and kill them all as they try to escape, but unfortunately we have to make do with a puny 11 combat speed. But someday we'll be doing quickness too, I hope. Feels nice to get a W anyway. So there's Godwoods. We killed 19 Black Hunters and 8 Mounts. So I don't know how to calculate that exactly. I'm just going to say we killed 19 Black Hunters, which is basically 2,000 golds worth of losses, so pretty good. And then 2 Voices of Hunters, which is basically another 460 golds worth of losses. So all in all, not bad. I'm pretty sure as well, if I go to the Hall of Fame... yeah, one of the guys we killed was the Hall of Fame guy as well. So, farewell to that dude. And then 2 more battles between us. It's basically just the raiders over here. They moved off Ammon and into Lish and Mag, so... same dudes we've seen multiple times. And Maragdon was just taking back a province from some barbs, so... not much to see there either. 60 barbarians took his Cap Circle province. Classic. Besides that, yeah, we moved into Ammon Forest. Tianchi, we got a Madman, Umpholia, got some resources. I think that's a bit irrelevant, yeah. Well, what could we recruit here? Yep, it's pretty irrelevant. Finished the castle in Bushford, so I could keep upgrading that at some point. But gold's getting tight. I think we've lost like 1,000 worth of income over the last couple of turns, unfortunately. New Spring's finally breached, and I also bid on some mercenaries. I think I forgot to mention that, but yeah. So I rebid on Master Giba just out of principle. He can start doing some Voice of Apsu now that we know how to do it, so maybe we'll find some water income too. That would be nice. And yeah, mercenaries. I bid on these guys, Hell Hooves. They're pretty expensive, but I just put their like minimum bid on them, expecting nobody to bid on them against me, which was 500. And looks like we got them. And I stuck them here because I thought, well, this should go well, and then we can send an army into Waywoods and the mercenaries into Forgotten Woods and see how that goes. So there will be some retreating spiders in these provinces, which might be rough, but we'll try sending some infantry into Waywoods and Hell Hooves into Forgotten Woods. If we get this province, we'll also burn down a temple, which would be nice, and this province has the Great Silver Mine. So this would be a high-income province to grab. I'm also going to try and take back these 2 provinces as well this turn. So this is also a high-income province, it's got the arena and the gem deposits, and this province has all of our fire and nature gems, so it would be nice to grab those as well. And yeah, that's it for messages. So, okay. So down here, they're still pretty safe from Tianchi, which is good. They're still just sitting in Umar at the moment. I'm just going to keep moving things onto New Spring. It is broken open now, but I'm just going to keep stacking up units for a bit, especially archers. I'd like to have like 100 archers. Maybe that will help us. I don't know. But we'll hope, I mean, hopefully. Really, there's a critical point. We do have this Ep2 guy sieging, and this one who has the fire in a jar. Do I have any more fires in jars? I think they've all been given out. 1 fire gem per turn. Yeah, the next time I move over, I should bring over some fire gems just so that we can put flaming arrows on as many longbows as possible. But for the time being, I'll just stack up some units on New Spring. Should probably also put this under siege so he can't recruit mages there anymore, but whatever. We'll sit on New Spring only for now. Sending out some guys into Morovia and Lost Lands. The guy in Lost Lands is E3, so he can move over towards the front, put on some boots. Be a natural E4 mage, pretty good. These guys, I'm not sure we need them yet. It's just some more infantry. They can either head north or head to New Spring. They're just walking around. Over here we have a Woodhenge Druid. Gonna keep recruiting these guys. Hopefully one day we can give him a Thistle Mace and send him out. could give our longbows some poison arrows, maybe. We'll give our guys some poison resistance, and our god could put up foul vapors one day, which would be really very funny. But we'll see what happens. For now, he's just moving over to Forest of Gun. Don't have a Thistle Mace for him yet, but maybe one day. Other than that, yeah, the guys that just broke Siege and Ammon are just going to move to Wick, so... Looks like this currently, but again, I'm not expecting any flashes just yet. These guys don't have any Earth Gems to do Legions of Steel just yet. These guys do, though, so... These guys are arranged similarly. We have one guy with a bunch of Earth Gems doing Legions of Steel, and one guy with a bunch of Earth Gems here doing Giant Strength Warriors. I think there's a few guys doing Strength Warriors though, yeah. Everyone else is just going to try and do Weapons of Sharpness. I should try and get the bigger version of Weapons of Sharpness at some point. Steel Slice, that would be the next AoE 20. Next big Earth spell to slot into rotation, I think. But for now, at least everyone's going to get Armor, Strength, and some Sharpness. And if these guys merge, that would be convenient, because these guys have the Fires and Jars. Oh, I only sent out one of them. Okay, interesting. I could move the Fire and Jar over here then as well. Oh, there's the other one as well. Okay, yeah, I thought I had more jars. Okay, so we do have some Fires and Jars with this army. Yeah, I could probably spare the other one for over here, maybe. Better than trying to make some Fire Gems to give to this guy. Anyway, point is, we have our main buffs, which are the Earth buffs and some Flaming Arrows. That's basically it at the moment. But we'll have to just see how the board looks next month. See where these guys go. I'll probably just put together a little squad to raid these back. But I'm also going to start getting scouts here, so we'll actually start getting some visibility on Machaka's territory. Speaking of which, Need Avenger did post the graphs from this game, because they have up Eyes of God. So I'll go through those as well. And it's not a great situation. Apparently Machaka is probably the biggest player in the game. So not good for us. But I've reached out to the people who are just behind him in size and asked if they would also like to attack Machaka. And Agartha might be up for it, so we might at least get some help from somewhere in the world if this ends up being difficult. We'll have to see. Otherwise though, yeah, we're also casting Golem this month and forging a Snake Bladder. So I'll show those next month. And that might be it for the interesting stuff. Making some more Earth Boots, Elemental Armor. Let's see. That, I think it's just Site Searching, Golem, and Snake Bladder. And yeah, I'm sending an Elemental Armor to Maragnon this month in exchange for some gems, so we should get those next turn. And yeah, it seems like our Lore Masters only really want to pick from these 5 schools, so nothing new we can really do just yet. But I'm going to send out the little guys with this little squad so they can put some ethereality on people, which might help them quite a lot actually against those spiders. We'll see if we pick up these 2 provinces though. It'd be nice. It'd be nice to get, you know, 4 provinces next month that are all pretty high income or high value. But we'll see. Other than that, who was moving to Brightwoods? Oh, I think it's a Death Mage. Yeah, we've stopped site searching in this area for death because it's all 9'd out. So I'm sending a Death Mage towards probably all the way to Tianqi, and he can death site search from there. And that's it for turn 39. But yeah, let's look at the graphs. What's the best way for me to do this? Hang on, let me get them all up in a browser tab and then capture that. I'll see you in a moment. Alright, here we are then. So these are the score graphs that were posted by Nida. Visible to him thanks to Eyes of God. So, first tab, provinces, and yeah, Machaka is way out in front of everybody on provinces, so that's not great for us. They're about not quite twice the size of us, but almost. We did lose a couple of provinces to them recently, though. See that split. Niedervanger is still second on size as well, which is surprising given how many people have been at war at them recently. You can see they have fallen from quite a high peak, but seem to be on the upwards trajectory again, so yeah. Agartha in third place. I don't know where they are. I think they're mostly in a cave, probably. Same for Bandarlog, don't really know where they are, but I reached out to those two players and said, hey, you want to attack Machaka? And they seemed like they might be up for it, so Agartha definitely is. He's just moving stuff into position. So we'll see if we can get some help. We are kind of clustered with these guys, so they're our natural allies to take on the big dogs, I think. Maragnon struggling a bit, Nabar struggling a bit, Ind struggling a lot, Tianchi almost eliminated. Looks like they were doing pretty well to the mid-game though, until we started taking stuff off them. And that's what we can see from provinces. Mictlan's still in the game with barely anything. I've been slightly worried about them all game because I can't see their territory, and I don't really know what happened between them and Machaka. But it turns out they've probably only got like 2 provinces, so that's fine. Same for Pythium, wherever they are. It looks like they are AI at least. Is everybody else still playing? So In, Tianchi and Mictlan are all still playing their turns though, which is quite funny. Next up, forts. Probably doesn't tell us much, but we are first on forts, so that's good. Ulm does like forts, so, you know, great. I'll keep that in mind. Income then. We are doing pretty well on income, which is good. Even though Machaka and Nida are both so much larger than us, we're still pretty close to them on income. So yeah, fantastic. Still competitive on gold economy. We do have really nice scales and stuff though. Yeah, so not much else to say about that. Agartha is also quite close to us economically. So they should be a strong ally if they want to help us against Machaka. Besides that, don't care too much, I don't think. Gem income. Machaka is storming ahead. Usually gem income just tracks provinces, but they do also have a global up, Mother Oak. We have also been a bit unlucky, I feel like. I feel like we should have more than one fire gem site, considering it's our most searched path, but what can you do? Yeah. I feel like we are really struggling for gems, but I guess in the grand scheme of things, we are basically in joint, like, 2nd/3rd for gems, so I guess everybody's struggling a little bit. Hopefully we can find some more fire sites at some point, though. Those geezers that we've just teleported to a more central location can start doing augury at some point, I suppose, but I mean, we need 2 gems per turn just to do augury, so I don't know. Next up, blood income, mostly just Ind at the moment. They're very small though, so probably not much of a threat. Research, Ind is first, surprisingly. Given how small they are, that's, you know, impressive. And Machaka in second, also pretty bad for us. We are, of course, as always, last out of the competitive players. But what can you do? Agartha is just slightly ahead of us, so that's not great from our ally, but what can you do? Amusingly, even Maragnon and Nabar are ahead of us on research, who have both just been struggling all game. But yeah, the big worrying players in this game are Machaka and Nida, of course. Dominion. Agartha way out in front. I think all of their Dominion is probably just settled in a cave somewhere though, so that's probably expected. Maragnon doing very well considering how small they are. Mictlan doing incredibly well given how small they are. And we're down here. We have about the same Dominion as Machaka, interestingly. Other than that, not much to say really, other than, yeah, I guess we're not going to be eliminating Tianchi anytime soon, which is a shame. Army size, yeah, we had quite a bit of a drop-off recently when all of our army got crushed by meteors, but what can you do? We can at least, you know, try to replenish it. In a turn, these graphs are, I think, at 1 turn old, or maybe 2 turns old, so we don't get to see how much of a dip we caused by killing those spiders, unfortunately. Army size does include, or how do I put this? The calculation to show the army size graph I think it tracks hit points. So if you have a small number of large units that have tons of hit points, it can look like more army size. I could be wrong about that, but it's something to do with hit points or size or something. So basically what I'm saying is, I think the fact that Machaca has a bunch of large mounted units means that their army size graph is inflated a bit. So I don't think they actually have, like, you know, almost a third more units than us. I think it's very possible they have fewer units than us, or around the same number. It's just that because they're all like mounted giant spiders, that it just looks a lot larger on the graph. That's what I think, anyway. I could be wrong about that. But, yeah. We did lose an awful lot of Guardians, unfortunately, so a lot of our army is longbows and infantry, but there's plenty of Guardians in there as well, I suppose. And Ascension points, yeah. Amusingly enough, I think almost no thrones have been claimed. I think there's like 3 thrones have been claimed, and we were like the throne leader with 2 thrones for a long time. Yeah. I guess it's still pretty early in the game, but that's still a bit shocking to me. Anyway, there's the graphs. What did they tell us? I don't know. Other than the fact that Machaca's definitely going to be a very strong opponent. So yeah. Hopefully Agartha can distract them a little bit. And we'll try and get some scouts through their territory and see exactly what they look like. Anyway, that's the end of this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.